Hello and welcome to one and all. In this class, we will check out the next short answer question from Unit 10 Basic Statistics for Economics. Okay, so this is SAQ 43. What is arithmetic mean? What are its merits and drawbacks? Okay, so these are all there are certain measures of central tendency. So they are all the averages. So there are different types of averages. One is the mathematical average. So that is the arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean. And there are positional averages, that is the median and mode. Okay, so these are all the various types of or various measures of central tendency, or to put it very simply, the calculation of averages. Okay, so under that, the first and most important one, the very frequently used average, is the arithmetic mean. Okay, now what is the meaning of arithmetic mean, or how we are arriving at the arithmetic mean? So arithmetic mean is the sum total of the observations divided by the number of items observed. So if there are 5 observations in the series, you are adding up all the values of all the 5 observations and you are dividing by 5. Okay, so the marks obtained by a student, the marks obtained in a class by 5 students, the total marks obtained by 10 students in a class. Okay, so you are adding up the marks of all the 10 students and dividing it by 10. So that is the mean, that is why we are calculating the average. Okay, so there is a formula, arithmetic mean, that is x bar is equal to sigma x divided by n, which is equal to sigma x is what? Sum of x values. You are adding up all the individual values divided by number of values, that is 5 items are there, 10 items are there, 20 items are there, that is the number of x values. Okay, where x bar is the arithmetic mean, sigma x is the sum total of x, and n is the number of items of x. Okay, now what are all the merits of arithmetic mean? So first one, it can be easily calculated and understood. So before I proceed with that, there are certain characteristics if a particular average is to be called as an ideal average or a good average. Some of the requirements for an average to be called as an ideal or a good average is that it should not be very confusing. It should be very easy to calculate. Okay, if you are calculating average, if you are using that particular average should be easily to calculate. Okay, it should not give any confusion. There should not be any elaborate mathematical processes involved. So the person who is calculating the average, should be easily understandable. Okay, it should be easily to calculate, easy to understand, no elaborate mathematical processes are involved. There should not be any confusion, and there should not be any different people are using the same averages based on sampling method. Then the values of derived by each and every individual person should not be deviating too much. Okay, so there should be a proper formula for that. It should be rigidly defined. So like that, there are some of the characteristics are there for a particular average. If that particular average is satisfying all those characteristics, then you say that particular average is a very good average or an ideal average. Okay, so as I mentioned, there are different averages, mathematical averages like arithmetic mean, harmonic mean, geometric mean, and positional averages like median and mode. So each and every one of these averages, some of the characteristics they are fulfilling, but some of them they are not fulfilling. So that's why we are having the merits and demerits for each and every type of average. Now let us check out what are all the merits and demerits of arithmetic mean. So as far as the merits of arithmetic mean is concerned, the first merit is it can be easily calculated and understood. So this is the formula. It is rigidly defined. It's very easy to calculate and it's very easy to understand. Second one, as every item is taken in calculation, it is affected by every item because you are calculating the average. So when you are taking the marks of 10 students, all the 10 students' marks should be represented when the final average is revealed, when the final answer is revealed. If the final answer is revealing only 2 or 3 students' average marks, then it is not useful, isn't it? It is not that much useful. So you are calculating the marks obtained by all the 10 students, the average marks obtained in that particular class. Okay, there are 10 students in the class, there are 20 students in this class. So the marks obtained by all the 20 students should be reflecting in that answer. in that whatever the final average we are arriving at. So arithmetic mean is satisfying that condition. So every item is taken in calculation, it is affected by every item. The third one, as the mathematical formula is rigid one, the result remains the same. So that means what? Rigid one, the formula is clearly defined. Anyone is calculating using the same formula of the 10 students or the 20 students of that class, the answer will be the same. It is not that one person A is calculating, the answer is 20, the another person is calculating, the average is coming to 50, another person is calculating, the average is coming to 70. It is not like that. If one person is calculating, if the average of the class students marks comes to 50, then all the any number of individuals who are calculating the average of that particular class, the answer will be nearer to 50. Okay, so that is the next merit of arithmetic mean. The fourth one, it is useful for further algebraic treatment. So based on arithmetic mean, so many other information can be derived. For example, the standard deviation, mean deviation, like that, mean deviation from the mean. So like that, further algebraic calculation should be possible with the help of arithmetic mean, with the value of arithmetic mean. So this value can be used for further mathematical analysis. Okay, then fifth one, it is mostly used for comparing of various issues. So very useful. What is the average marks obtained by different classes? What is the average runs scored by different batsmen on different matches? So like that, it's this average is very useful for comparison. Okay, so now these are all the merits of arithmetic mean. Now coming to the drawbacks or the limitations of arithmetic mean, it cannot be located graphically. So diagrammatic presentation is not possible in the arithmetic mean, whereas it is possible in median, but it is not possible in case of arithmetic mean. Second one, a single item can bring a big change in the result. Say for example, let us take the marks of 5 students. So 4 students marks is equal around 70, 75, 72, 73. But the 5th student mark is, let us assume it is 20. Okay, so that 20, it affects the average too much. Okay, that's why a single item can bring a very big change in the result. Then the third, or you can take the example of one single student. What is the marks obtained by a particular student in different subjects? So English, the student has obtained 97 marks. In language, the student has scored 99 marks. And in mathematics, both mathematics 1 and mathematics 2, 1A and 1B, or the student has scored 50 marks. Okay, and in commerce, the student has scored 99 marks. But in economics, if the student has scored only 50 marks, then that will affect the average very much, isn't it? In every subject it is 90 marks, but only in economics, if the student has scored 50 marks, that pulls down the average marks scored by a student. Okay, that's why a single item can bring a very big change in the result. Then the third one, the arithmetic mean gives greater importance to higher items of a series and lesser importance to smaller items, because the higher values will affect the average more than the lesser values, the smaller values of the series. The average is mostly affected by the higher values. Okay, then fourth one, it cannot be located by inspection as in the case of mode and median. Median, immediately by looking at it, okay, this is the middlemost value, so you can identify this is the median. Mode, what is mode? Most frequently occurring value in the series. So very easily by looking at a series or a data, you can immediately calculate the mode or median, but that is not the case in case of arithmetic mean, because you have to apply the formula, you have to calculate, then only you will find the arithmetic mean. And finally, sometimes it gives absurd results, like for example, number of children in a family in fractions. So what is the formula? Sum of x values divided by number of x values. So if you have to calculate the number of children in a family, the total family, and you are calculating the number of members in the family, you are calculating, and based on that you will arrive at the fraction. So if it comes to 2 point, the number of children in the family is 2.5, the number of children in the family is 3.5. So that is very absurd, isn't it? It should be either 2, or it should be 3, or it should be 4. It should be like that. It cannot be in fractions. But when you're calculating the arithmetic mean, you will get the result in fractions also. So it looks very absurd if you say that the number of children in the family is 3.5. isn't it? So these are all some of the drawbacks of arithmetic mean. But still, in spite of this, arithmetic mean is the most widely used measure of central tendency, most widely used average, okay, in calculation of averages, okay, for solving any economic problem. Okay, so these are the merits and demerits of arithmetic mean. Hope you have understood. If you have any doubts, please mention them in the comment box. So as usual, if you find this video useful, please like, share and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so until my next class, take care. Bye bye.